Guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to choose an internship. Well, this applies for every place if you have the options. At least I used to have them. I'm gonna tell you that I've done like 4 to 5 internships till now, so I know like how do you basically interview properly, and how do you get into the internships, and how to choose the best internship for you. Like, I always have had to like face the situation where I've had 5 or 6 like offers, and then I had to shortlist only one of them and then confirm that I'm going to go to this one. So let's suppose that you actually applied to some internships, you have some offers. What you want to do is shortlist first of all on the basis of location. You absolutely cannot travel for 2 hours every day. That's not feasible. I mean, fine, it looks okay for the first 2 or 3 days, but then it starts getting hectic and you just don't get the time for yourself. Even when you're interning, you have like a lot of things. You have your studies, you have your college, so you want to make sure that that doesn't affect you negatively. So try to choose something that's closer to your location. I wouldn't say doing that every time, of course. Like, if you're getting into some very good company, like if you're getting into Ernst & Young or something like that, go for it. Don't think about it twice. Fine, if you can handle the traveling, definitely that's fine. But if you're only going for startups and you want more knowledge, I always do go for startups, by the way. Firstly, it's easier to learn, and go for paid internships, by the way. Don't go for unpaid internships, because they won't really they might not even give you any work. Like, it would be like a government institution. You're just going there, you're just coming back. Sometimes they don't even care if you're coming back at 2 p.m. or so. They'll be like, oh fine, sure, why do we care, he's not doing anything major. You want to go there and you want to do something major, because that's going to actually help you in the long run. That's going to build up your CV. So don't really just go to an internship for the sake of it. Like, check my resume, you're gonna see a lot of internships. You're gonna see what I do over there, exactly what I do over there. I'll link my resume down in the description. I'm sure you'll find it helpful. Check it out. I'm not going to be able to help you out with the templates, by the way. A lot of people do ask me for the templates, so I'm sorry. But okay, if you do want like a template, just let me know in the comments. I'll probably tell you how I made it, or basically make a video on it, how you can basically do that. Like, something similar to mine, not exactly the same, but something similar to mine. So okay, yeah, so about choosing internships, right? First of all, there's location, of course. I mean, I give it the topmost priority. Location is very important for me. Next, there is this thing called basically your learning curve. You need to make sure that your learning curve is as steep as possible. So when you're interviewing, if someone is asking you questions of supposingly if you're from the CS background, I think this is so pervasive that everyone can get this. If you're from the CS background and you're being asked questions, sort an array of numbers in C or something, so I think that should be pretty easy for you. They don't care about which algorithm you use, you just have to sort them. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe just swap 2 numbers. I actually got this question asked in the Deloitte interview, but fine, that's fine. Whatever you have, whatever question you have, just make sure that you focus on the questions as well. And okay, if the interview is really easy for you, I don't think it's it's worth it going into that place, because first of all, you need to make sure that you learn, and if you already know everything they're asking you, I don't think there's much of a learning curve over there. Secondly, depends a lot on the job description. So check that out, what you're going to be working on. Make sure you ask this in the interview. Make sure you clear it out with them, because you want to know if they're working on the technology stack of your choice. That's been my priority, at least. I work in Python majorly, and I don't want to work on some other language, going over there and just working on C, Java. I don't want to do it. So make sure that your priorities are clear. You want to go for places that actually help you out in the long run, and not basically disregard all the stuff that you have done in the past. So you don't want something to, you know, just basically disregard all of your CV, and you're basically moving in a completely new direction after that. That this, you know, someone looks at your CV, he's gonna say that, okay, this guy was actually kind of, you know, working in the CS background at first, in the web development field, and now he's doing something like, I don't know, he's actually like, you know, building an operating system. So that's like, you know, a completely different field, kind of, in its own way, like, you know. So don't do that. Go for something easier. Go for something in your field where you actually want to go in the long run. If you aren't clear about this, then I recommend you actually, you know, look at the pros and the cons and clear it out. It's best if you do. Okay, so with that done, you know, make sure you ask the right questions in the interview. What project you're going to be working on, what is going to be your role exactly, what are the timings do matter a lot. I wrote my GRE when my internship was basically, you know, going on in the middle of that, so I needed to make sure that the timings are not clashing. I'm going to be able to study and everything. So depending on everything, you have to choose your internship. All right. One more thing. So basically this is like very important, that when you are shortlisting these, you know, internships, you need to make sure that you are able to, you know, easily commute to the internship. You have a learning curve over there. It's paid, right? It's not unpaid. Basically, you want it to be paid, and it's not because that, you know, it's just a formality for you or something. It's not like, you know, you need money. That's fine, I get it. But even if you are like very, you know, high-handed and everything, you have all the, you know, money and everything, don't worry about it. Still go for paid internships. Don't go for unpaid internships. They won't help you out in the long run. You could try, if you're in India, you could try websites like Internshala. They are good. Apply to like 10-20 companies. At least 2-3 of them will respond. Mostly a lot of them do respond actually. Like I used to get like, you know, 5 or 6 responses after that. They might give you some assignments. You might have to do them, so be ready for it, and make sure you're going into your field. Yeah. So that's basically how I would suggest you choose your internships wisely, build your CV wisely. Once you're at the internship, go build good relationships with them, have a good rapport with them, make sure they are people who can give you a letter of recommendation, make sure they can probably, you know, recommend you on LinkedIn. They can basically, you know, help you out in this whole process. So it's a lot more important actually than you think. You need to have support from people. These people are in the industry for a long time, and they might be able to help you more than you actually realize right now. So yeah, I think that's all for today. If there's anything that I missed out, please write it down in the comments below, and I would be happy to answer it. And please do give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos. Thanks. Guys, if you'd like to know more about research internships, I have a whole Excel file prepared with all the names and the, you know, deadlines of the research internships, at least for 2018. So you can just fill it out for 2019. It would probably help you out a lot. If you do want it, I can give you the file somewhere, you know, I'd probably link it. But then, you know, make sure you actually update it and you have like all the information. Like these are mostly international internships, some of them are national internships, so you want to make sure that you're trying your level best. Like, you know, these internships are like my taxes and bows and all that. Basically there's a lot of internships, probably 30 of them, and I wrote their names down and everything. So you want to make sure that you know, apply, and even if you get rejected, it's fine. I mean, still apply, right? So if you would like to, you know, if any of you is like in your junior years and you would still like to, you know, go, not in your junior, probably, yeah, junior, sophomore, whatever, you'd still like to, you know, apply, do let me know. I would definitely be willing to help.